make it a little bit easier when we suffer through our stretches. So it's a little bit more fun, it's a little bit more entertaining, it's a little easier for us to stay consistent. All right. If you've never been here before, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of moving that looks a little bit like that. All right. First thing we're going to do is actually to warm up, and it is going to look just like what we did. It's called the hip cars. Cars stands for controlled articulated rotations, and what that means is we're going to slowly bring our knee up as high as we can, then keep on bringing them up and up and up and up and up and up. Then we're going to open up that leg to the side, that away. Keep that knee up high, and I want you to rotate the leg. All right. Instead of the knee pointing up, I want you to point that knee forward. Lift the ankle up behind you and keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting. Lift the ankle up, 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 up. Bring the knee down, keep rotating. Ooh, one, that gets too intense. Bring that leg down and back. All right. When we bring the leg down and back, ooh, I'm cramping up. That's crazy. When we bring the leg down and back, flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. Feel the stretch right here in the front, and that is one rep. We're doing 10 of these on the left side, 10 of these on the right side, and it's time for us to begin. Let's do it. Stand up nice and straight. Oh, keep that core nice and tight, and high knee. Open. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's one. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's two. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's three. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's four. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's five. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's six. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's seven. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's eight. Keep going. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's nine. Last one. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 10. Whew. Whew. That is one set of hip cars on the left side. We're going to continue on the other side. Shake out your legs, shake out your hips, do a little wiggle, do a little flop, get loose, and let's get ready to go. Other side. All your weight is in one leg. We're standing up nice and strong, keeping that core tight. High knee. Open. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's one. If you're struggling with balance, feel free to hold on to something for support and keep going. Remember, these are all about, oh, I'm off balance. Opening up, getting to the deepest, most craziest ranges using your own muscle power. All right, that's three. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's four. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. When we do down and back, we're flexing the hamstrings, we're flexing the glutes, we're really lifting that leg behind us. All right, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. I think that's five. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's six. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's seven. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's eight. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Oof. Down and back. That's nine. Last one. High knee. High knee some more. High knee some more. Open. Lift, lift, lift. Rotate the leg. Bring that ankle up. Ooh. Bring the leg down and back. That's 10. Ooh. Oh, man. Those are 10 hip cars on the other leg. Now we're going to switch it up. We're going to go in reverse. All right. When we go in reverse, we're doing basically the same movements we just did, but we do them backwards. We're going to start by bringing the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. Feel the stretch right here in the front. We're going to lift that leg up to the side so that the knee and the ankle are horizontal and lined together. We're going to rotate the knee down, lift the ankle up, and we're going to do the opposite. We're going to rotate the ankle down, lift the knee up, and we're going to finish by bringing the knee to the front. I'm going to do these facing you so it's easier to mirror me. And I think I'm out of words, so hopefully you're a little bit looser now and ready to go. Let's go. We're going to do this side. Ready? Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's one. Back, side, ankle up. Oh, I'm off balance. Ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's two. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's three. I'm going to back up. Or am I too close? Am I going to kick the wall? I don't know. Back. Nope, not kicking the wall. Great. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's four. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 5. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 6. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 7. Back, side, ankle up, oof, ankle down, knee. That's 8. Remember, we're really trying to use our muscles. We're going to try and get a little deeper into each of these rotations, into each of these lifts, into each of these movements. That's 9. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. If you're struggling with balance a little bit, try to look up and just stare at something. When I'm struggling, I try to stare at the phone, at the camera, and that helps. As soon as I start looking down to see if my leg is doing what I think it should be doing, I start losing balance. As soon as I look down, I'm like, oh no! So try and look up, find something ahead of you, preferably approximately eye level, and that should help with your balance. All right. One last leg. Let's go. We're almost done with our first warm up exercise. This is only number 1. We haven't finished anything at all yet. All right. Breathe. Keep that core nice and tight, and let's begin. Bring the leg down and back. Lift that leg to the side. Rotate. Bring the knee down. Lift the ankle up. Rotate some more, bring the ankle down, lift the knee up, and finish by bringing the knee to the front. If you're a little bit more advanced, bring it a little bit further that way. Whew. That's 1 rep. We're going to count that one, all right? We're going to count that one. We have to do 10, then we're going to do 9 more. Ready? Let's go. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 2, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 3, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 4. Ooh, my hips just cracked. That's not very common. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. I think that's 5. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 6. Keep going. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 7. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 8. 2 more. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 9. Last one. Let's make it count. Really flex those glutes. Pull on that hamstring. Lift that leg behind you. Rotate. Lift that leg up to the side. Lift, 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 lift. Rotate the knee down. Ankle up. Ooh. Ankle down. Knee up. And finish. Ooh. That is all of our hip guards. That is our first warm-up exercise. And I'm sweating all over the place. Wiping my sweat off my upper lip. Oh my gosh. Let's move on into warm-up exercise number 2. It's a little bit more chill than the elephant walks, and it looks like this. We're going to fold forward, fold at the hips. We're going to bring our belly buttons down towards the ground. All right. If you're newer to this show and you're a little bit tighter in your muscles, it might be a little bit higher up, and that is a-okay. All right. Just work on trying your very best to get your belly button down to the ground. Down, 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 down. All right. From here, hopefully you're feeling a little bit of relaxation in the back. If your back's really tight, make sure to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Try to relax a little bit. Flop on down. Inhale. Exhale. Flop on down. And once you're relaxing a little bit more, we're going to start moving. All right. We're going to bend one knee. We're going to straighten out the other leg. We're going to fold that belly button down a little bit more. I want you to feel a nice deep stretch in your hamstrings. And I want you to open up your legs just a little bit to see if you can find a more comfortable position. All right. Swing over to the other side and keep going. And going. And going. We're switching from side to side. One leg is always bent. One leg is always straight. It's just, typically one versus the other. And we're switching back and forth. While we do these, I want you to really feel it in your hamstring. I want you to really get a bit deeper into this stretch. If you're feeling a little tension in the hips, you can adjust how wide your feet are. See if you can find a more comfortable position. And there's no exact number that we have to do. So just keep going. All right. Switch. Switch. If you're just joining in, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes, realistically closer to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering that we put ourselves through, and we'll continue to put ourselves through, a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. And so if you like hip mobility, if you want to work on that deep hip mobility, work on your side splits, and you need a little bit of help practicing consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, set an alarm, put a calendar invite, and keep on coming back. We're live every day at 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you're not in the Eastern time zone, that just means we probably started like 10, 15 minutes ago, whatever the on the hour time is. All right. Whew. Now that we've done a whole bunch of those and my self promotion is over, we're going to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. All right. I want you to fold a little deeper, fold a little deeper, fold a little deeper. Your hamstrings should be a little bit more loose than when we started. And I want you to keep going. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we're done. Pop into a little bit of a squat. Come on back up into standing. That is our elephant walks. That's our second warm-up exercise. We're going to move on into warm-up exercise number 3. It's called thoracic rotation. The thoracic spine is basically this chunk of your spine below your neck, basically around your belly button-ish area, and it's designed to rotate. It's designed to bend to the left and right, and of course, slouch and do the opposite, right? What we're going to work on is called thoracic rotation, which looks like this. The way we're going to do it is in the exact same position we were just in, where one leg is bent, one leg is straight. We're folding, bringing our belly buttons down. We're taking the hand, the arm, from the bent leg side. We're reaching across the body to the straight leg side. We are pushing off the shin, pushing off that ankle, and opening up, rotating. All right, I want you to look at the hand. Neck is rotating. I want you to inhale, exhale, and reach over your shoulder. Woo. That is half a rep. We got to do this side. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale, exhale, and reach. That is one full rep. We're doing 5 of these in total. So let's get ready to do number 2. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Push off that leg, rotate, open up the hand. Neck is rotating to look at the hand. Inhale, exhale, and reach. Whew. That's 2. Other side. That's 2 again. Keep going. 3 and 3. Keep going. Knee, bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale, exhale, reach. That's 4, I think. Other side. 4 again. Final rep. Let's go. Inhale, exhale, and reach. Whew. Other side. Inhale, exhale, and reach. Whew. That is some thoracic rotation. That's our third warm-up exercise. Hopefully your spine is a little bit more loose. You can try to have some fun with it. Get a little bit of movement in. Pop your hips up and down. Pop your shoulders up and down. Rotate, hula hoop. Make use of the mobility that you're working on. All right. It's going to make it much easier for you to keep that mobility when you actually do something with it. All right. We're going to move on to our fourth and final warm-up exercise. It's called the Cossack switch. I'm going to demonstrate real quick, and then we'll jump into it together. All right. Slowly come on down as deep as you can into this position. One leg is doing a squat. The other leg is basically doing a side split. All right. If you're newer to the show, you can go somewhere in the middle or as low as you're comfortable. All right. From here, our next step is to move our butt that away. You can put your hands down. You can elevate your hands and put them down. Help walk yourself over to the other side. And then once you're there at the other side, I want you to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can get a little bit deeper. Sink a little deeper into the stretch. I'm going to scoot back so that the video isn't totally cutting off the whole side of my body. And we're going to come back. Boom. All right. For most of us, our knees, our ankles, our hips, not going to be ready for all that. So let's pre-warm up or warm up with some squatting. I want you to slowly come on down into the ground. Just sit down, relax. If your heels are coming up off the ground because you're not flexible enough just yet, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I want you to fold and bring your chest down to your legs. Pull your legs in like you're about to do a little cannonball to jump into a pool. And if your heels are up, you're going to feel crazy Achilles tendon stretch. You're going to feel a nice deep stretch in your calves. In fact, you can poke them to double check that they're nice and tense. All right. Breathe. Chill here for a little bit. Woo. relax. Next, we're going to add a little bit of movement. All right. What I want you to do is try your best to bring your knees down towards the ground. If you can rest your knees on the ground and pop them back up, great. If you cannot, just try your best to go as low as you can and then come back before you lose control. All right. So push one leg down. Boom. Right back up. Other leg down, nice and slow with control. Boom. Come on back up. You can adjust the rest of your body as you need to in order to make it happen. That's all good. It's all cool with me. If anything feels crazy, feels painful, if you lose control, you go, ugh, slam your knees into the ground, please decrease the intensity. Doesn't have to be that crazy. All right. Next, bring it back into this position, squatting, however you are squatting, and we're going to try and open up one leg to the side. We're going to bring it back in. Other leg to the side. Bring it back in. Both at the same time. Boom. One more. Pose. Look cool. And we're going to get ready to move on into our Cossack switches. All right. What I want you to do is stick your arms straight down into the ground. I've moved to the side because I need to make sure you can see what I'm doing. You don't have to move because I don't need to see you. Cool? All right. From here, we're taking one leg, extending it out to the side. We're dropping this heel down to the ground and we're getting low. All right. We talked about this earlier. You can be as high as you are comfortable. If you're a little bit more experienced, try to go a little lower. Cool? Hands down, either with a prop or without. Come on across to the other side. Stay low, sink into it, and come on back. That is one rep. We're going to do 10 of these. So take your time and let's go. Hands down. Come on across. That's 2. But 2 isn't finished. Now it's finished. I keep on adjusting myself to see if I can get myself a little bit more centered in the camera. So if I'm jumping around, that does not mean you have to jump around. All right. That's 3. At this point, if you're feeling pretty strong, you don't need your hands, feel free to continue without using your hands. If you do need your hands, keep using your hands. If you want to take it to the next level, you can sit up a little bit straighter, stick your head straight up into the ceiling, stick your arms out to help counterbalance, and continue with 5 and 5 and 6 and 6. Keep going. And if you are a little bit higher up, it might look a little bit like this. This is as deep as you get. You come on across. This is as deep as you get, and keep going. All right. I think we're probably at like 8 at this point. So let's change things up. If the inside of your knees are feeling a little bit sensitive because of all the pressure of coming across super low to the ground, we can change that up. All right. Wherever you're already doing your side to sides, come up just a little bit, come across, and come down. That's 9. Up, across, down. So what I mean by that is if you're here all the time, going side to side this way, coming up might just be meaning to come up a little bit to reduce the height. All right, that takes pressure off your knee, make things a little bit easier. Anyways, we're ready. Let's wrap this up. 10. Come on across. Come on back. I hope you did whatever variation makes sense for you because I just did the deepest one I could and I forgot what we were talking about. But that is our 4th and final warm-up exercise. Those are 10 Cossack switches. I hope you're sweating. Hope your heart rate is up. Hope your joints are feeling a little bit looser. Your spine is feeling a little bit more ready because we're going to move on into the rest of our show. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering we are about to do, we continue to do every day, a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. So if you like hip mobility, you like side splits, you want a little bit of help practicing consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, keep coming back. We're live every day at 9 p.m. and it is currently, is it 9:30? No, it's 9:20. Oh my gosh, I was like, it's 9:30. It's 9:20, and we started 20 minutes ago. So whatever that time is for you, that's when we are live every single day, right? Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. Oh, Jew. Where is the other earbud? I completely forgot. I didn't even set up the TikTok earbud. My bad, TikTok peoples. I'm sorry. I also haven't looked at the chat at all, so it's probably extra bad. My bad. The earbud is connected. Let me know if you guys can hear me and if the audio is significantly better. I got a thumbs up over there. Okay, cool. We're ready to continue. We're going to move on into our stretches. And the first thing we're going to do is called a hamstring stretch. What I want you to do is grab a little bit of padding for your knee. All right. The reason why we got padding is because we're going to have one leg on the ground. Doesn't have to be fancy. If you have an old stuffed animal your dog has ripped apart, stick the stuffing back together in the animal and then stick it under your knee. Flip-flops, perfect. Old sneakers you're never going to wear again, perfect. Just a little bit of foam, just a little cushioning is going to go a long way. You don't need anything fancy. If you got dirty laundry, an old towel, you can just roll it up, stick it on your knee, and we're ready to go. Let's continue. I want you to try and kneel up straight as much as possible. All right. So your knees to your hips to your shoulders to your head. I want it to be a nice straight line straight up. Cool. Next, we're extending one leg out in front while maintaining that straight up posture. And then we're going to fold. We're going to bring the belly button down to the side. All right. Fold. Wee. Ugh. As soon as you get stuck, wherever it is that you get stuck, I want you to just chill and breathe. All right. Inhale. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Again, inhale. Relax. And fall a little deeper into your stretch. Next, we're going to add a little bit of movement. All right. What I want you to do is stick your hands to either side of you for a little bit of support, for a little bit of balance. And I want you to bend your knee up. All right. I'm going to get rid of this hand so you can see what my leg is doing. We're going to bring the knee up. We're going to bring the chest down to the leg as much as we can. And we're going to slowly straighten that leg back out while keeping the chest pretty low. All right, I'm going to do that again. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 4. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. I think that's 5. Hopefully, you're finding that's a little bit more comfortable for you to be in that position after you add a little bit of movement. Because we're going to go a little deeper. All right. We're going to do something called the inhale, exhale, and fold. We're going to take a big breath in. We're going to slowly exhale that air out. And while we're exhaling, we're going to fold our belly buttons down a little bit deeper. All right. Let's go. Inhale. Slowly exhale and fold. Belly button down. Fold, 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 fold. Woohoo! That is a much deeper stretch. Inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. One more inhale. Relax. Oh, man. All right. Now we're going to move again. All right. Hands down by your side. Bend the knee a little bit. Bring the chest down. Straighten it out. Bend the knee. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 2. Knee. Chest. Straighten. 3. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 4. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 5. And we're ready to go get a little bit deeper. Are you all ready? Let's go. Big inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Fold, 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 fold. Fold, 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 fold. Woohoo! That is our last time trying to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. So, you know what's next? It's the same pattern. We're inhaling, relaxing. Big breath in. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. One more inhale. Relax. That body flop over that leg. And we're going to move again. Ready? Let's go. Knee, chest, straighten. Knee, chest, straighten. Knee, chest, straighten. That's 3. 2 more. Knee, chest, straighten. Last one. Knee, chest, straighten. And we're holding for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. If you've been doing this show for a while, I want you to experiment with a couple of things. One of them is I want you to try your best to bring your belly button down, not just passively, but almost like you're flexing your abs, almost like you're pulling your legs and your chest together. 20, 19, 18. If you get tired, you can stop. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. You can definitely stop now. 10. Relax, breathe, don't cramp up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, that's it. That's our hamstring stretch. Whew! That was a lot. So come back up, move around a little bit, get a little bit of movement. Your butt, your hamstrings are probably feeling really weak right now because they got stretched out so hard. Just take a couple of seconds, waddle around, adjust. You might want to get back in this kneeling position and clench your butt cheeks real hard like you're about to get spanked to get the butt muscle firing again. And then we're ready to continue. All right, stick your other leg out in front and get ready to fold the belly button down to the thigh. Let's go. Fold. Ugh. As soon as it gets stuck, inhale, relax. Ready? Inhale. Relax. Let your body flop into the floor, flop into that leg. One more inhale. Relax. Woo, that's intense. All right, ready? Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's one. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's three. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's four. Last one. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Woo! Time to go a little deeper. Y'all ready? Inhale, exhale, fold. Let's go. Big breath in. Slowly exhale and fold. Fold, 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 fold. Bring the belly button down. Fold. That's that's it. That's everything. Inhale, relax. Fold a little deeper. Inhale, relax again. Let your body drape over that leg, and we're bending the knee. Ready? Bend. Chest down. Straighten. Bend the knee. Chest down. Straighten. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten. That's three. Two more. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten. That's four. Last one. Knee up. Chest down. And straighten. That's five. Woo! Okay. It's our final round. We're going to go super deep. Y'all ready for this? Let's do it. Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Slowly exhale and fold. Fold, 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 fold. Woo! And inhale, relax. Let your body drop. One more inhale. Relax. Let your body drop. And knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. 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 I think that's one more and last one. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. And we're holding for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27. Again, for my regulars, try your best to lift your leg up into your face. Try to bring your upper body down to your leg for 10 seconds in the next however many seconds we got left. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. For everybody else, you could have just relaxed. I probably should have said that to begin with, but that's okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. Bring your legs in underneath you. Oh man. If your legs don't feel like they're working very well right now, that's okay. That's normal. Again, if you want to get into this kneeling upright position, you want to clench your glutes like somebody's about to spank you, that will really help get the glute muscles firing, because when you are stretched super far forward, it tends to be the case that all this is getting super loose and forgets how to work a little bit. All right? We're going to move on into a second stretch. It is called the butterfly stretch, and I want you to scoot your butt up against the wall so that we can begin. My floor is super slippery, so if I don't sit on something a little grippier, I'm not going to be able to do this next stretch. Why I'm telling you this is because if your floor is also super slippery, you might want to find something more, I don't know, grippy to sit on. Cool? All right. When your butt, your low back, your shoulders, your head are all up against the wall, I want you to bring your feet together. I want you to pull them in to your groin and get into this position. This is our starting position, the butterfly. The goal of the butterfly stretch is to stretch out the inner thigh muscles, the groin-ish area muscles. And the way we do that is by bringing the knees down into the ground. All right? What I want you to do, because I always want you to get stronger so you have more control of every position you get into, is I want you to use your glutes. I want you to use your outer thighs. I want you to rip your legs open. Maybe not actually rip. That's an exaggeration. Just, with control, bring your legs down into the ground. No ripping. That's bad. Unless you're ripping your pants, in which case that's just embarrassing, not bad. Okay, cool. From here, one, you've tried your best and you've lifted and pulled and whatever you have to do to bring your knees a little closer to the ground. We're ready to move on to our next step, third step. We're going to take our hands, we're going to push down just a little bit inside the knees. We're going to try and push them straight down into the ground. All right. The back of your head is going to feel some pressure because your hands are pushing your legs down, but your shoulders are pushing your shoulders back. And your head is kind of attached to that and getting pushed into the wall. So that's normal. We're going to breathe. 30 seconds. Let's go. Push. 29, 28, 27, 26. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. On the exhale, see if you can push a little harder. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. My regulars, flex those glutes. Pull your legs down into the ground. 18, 17, 16, 15. Hold it. Keep trying. Keep pulling. 13, 12, 11, 10. All right, regulars, relax. And everybody, see if you can keep on pushing your legs down. If it feels painful, if it feels crazy intense, you can always apply less pressure. But if it's not crazy intense, keep applying that pressure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax. Oh man. Whew. Sit your butt down. Actually, your butt's already seated. just relax. Chill. If your wrists are tired, give them a little flop. Flop, 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 flop. Try to relax a little bit. And I want you to do the same for your legs. All right. I want you to see if you can flap the wings of the butterfly. See if you can get into a nice regular pattern, and it's not just like, ugh, ugh, yeah, ugh. You know, maybe I exaggerated that a little too long. Flap your wings. Flap, 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 flap. If your legs are having a little bit of trouble getting going, you can grab them, give them a little shake, and tell them, hey, hey, wake up. We got stuff to do. Other side, hey, hey, wake up. We got stuff to do. And keep on flapping, keep on shaking. And once you're feeling a little bit looser, everything's feeling a little bit better, we're ready to move on into our third stretch, the standing pancake. All right, come on up. I'm going to get rid of this. Ooh. And let's get into some standing pancake. In general, it's going to look a little bit like this. We're going to open up our legs decently wide. Doesn't have to be crazy, just decently wide. Make sure you're not feeling any pinching pain in the hips. Make sure you can do a little gentle hula hooping. You can move the hips a little bit. If you're feeling a whole bunch of pressure right here where I'm pointing, it's probably a good time for you to bring your legs in just a little bit and then do another little hip wiggle. Make sure everything feels okay. All right. Once you're here, we're going to fold and bring our belly buttons down towards the ground. Everybody's, by the way, is going to have different points at which their hips are going to feel that pinching sensation. This is bone anatomy. Your thigh bone is smashing into your hip bone. Some people are going to have a really easy time getting deep. Some people are not. So don't do what looks like I'm doing. Do what feels all right for your hips. All right. Next, we're folding, bring the belly button down. Whee! Ugh. As soon as you get stuck, this is our starting position. All right. From the side, it's going to look a little bit like this. We're going to fold and get to somewhere like here. All right. If you're newer to this show, you're a little bit higher up, your hamstrings are tight. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. The goal of the pancake is to bring our upper body relatively straight down towards our legs and basically fold ourselves in half. All right. It's really hard. So we're doing the version where gravity gives us the most help. When you are folded like this, gravity is going to feel the most intense, pulling you down into the ground. If you want to make it more crazy, you can extend your arms so that your biceps are by your ears, and that will feel crazier. Breathe, inhale, exhale, think a little deeper. If that's not enough for you, feel free to grab a small weight. I told Keisha over on YouTube that I would try that tomorrow, so I have to fulfill my promise and grab a small weight. We got 5 pounds. If you are brand new to the show, please do it without weight first. Try it, and then if you feel like you're ready for more craziness, feel free to add some little tiny dumbbells and increase the weight as you go. All right. All right. From here, once you have tried all your things, you might find that your face is a little too close to the ground, and you'll be like, "Ooh, this is kind of scary. I don't want to smash my face into the floor. That's not fun." What you can do is stick your butt back. All right. When you stick your butt back, it's going to pull your upper body back up a little closer to horizontal, which is going to make your stretch feel more intense, but also you're going to still be maintaining that crazy deep stretch because your legs are increasing that angle instead of just coming from your hips. All right. If you want to get even harder, this is the last thing. You can open up your legs a little bit wider and go a little deeper into the ground. Optional. Everything is optional, but these are extra optional. All right. I hope you're ready, because that's it. We're ready to go. Bring the belly button down, fold forward, bring the belly button down, 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 and let's begin. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we're done. Oh, oh my gosh, 5 pounds is crazy. All right, I'm never doing that again. I'm just kidding. Put your hands down and try to bring your legs in underneath you and come back into standing. All right, take your time with it. Slowly wiggle your toes and your heels in towards the center of your body if you're really struggling. And oh, oh, when your feet are finally underneath your body, you can slowly walk your hands up and out of that stretch. Whew, that is the standing pancake. If that felt crazy hard, that is because it's probably the hardest stretch in our whole entire show. Okay, it sucks. It's my least favorite stretch, but because it's the worst, we got to do it. All right, you can't go avoiding the hard things. That is, it's not going to help you. All right. Whew. That was our third stretch. We're going to move on into our fourth stretch. It gets a little bit more chill from here. All right. What we're going to do next is a pigeon or a figure four. If you're a regular, feel free to jump into whichever you like. If you're new to the show, I'm going to demonstrate the figure four today because we did the pigeon yesterday. Both stretches have the same fundamentals. We're taking one leg, we're crossing it over just above that knee. We're grabbing the ankle, we're lifting it up towards the belly button. We're bringing the belly button down towards that ankle, and we're getting to something that looks a little bit like this. All right. You're going to feel a stretch here in the side of your hip. That's a glute muscle. You'll feel a stretch probably in your hamstrings. When your leg is rotated like this, your hamstring is going to be like the inside of your leg, not the back side like it usually is because your leg is rotated. And you might also feel a little bit of something right here at the hip because that is where you're folded. All right. For the figure four stretch, we get to lay down on the ground. So take your time, come on down. I'm going to get rid of this dumbbell real quick before I hurt myself rolling into it or something later. And come on down. Oh, wow, that's nice. Breathe, chill for a second, catch your breath. And we're going to take one leg. We're going to cross it over to the other side. Take the arm from the same side that's crossing over, stick it through the triangle you just made. Take the other arm and go around. Oh, jeez. I just knocked over a lot of water. Do we have a towel? We have lots of napkins. Okay. Give me a second. I knew putting the water here would cause problems, and then I did it anyway. That's a lot of water. Doggy, I'm gonna have to sacrifice your bowl. Sorry. Do I have more towels? I do. Sorry for the delay, humans. Not the doggy. We're gonna have to replace his water bowl because it's full of wet paper towels. All right. Sorry, we're back. Let's get back into the figure four. Leg crossed, arm through, other arm all the way around. I was demonstrating that you had to go all the way around, and I smacked the bowl or smacked the what did I smack? My water bottle. Once you have reached your arms all the way around and you've grabbed onto your other knee, I want you to pull it all in towards your chest. All right. Breathe for a second. Just inhale, exhale. Pull that leg in a little bit. Feel the stretch building over in this glute. And keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Pull that leg in some more. Again, inhale. Exhale. Pull that leg in just a little bit more. And now we're ready to start the stretch. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30. 29. Your goal is to pull your leg in a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer, 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 until you can't get any closer. All right? 25. 24. If your knee is feeling a little bit achy and you're like, ooh, I don't like the sensation, feel free to take your hand that was grabbing that knee, reach around and just grab that leg directly. All right? 22. 21. Keep on pulling your leg into your chest. 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. 15. 14. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0. Oh, relax. Let your legs flop to the ground. Breathe. Chill for a second. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. All right. I'm going to spin around. You don't have to move. We're taking the other leg, crossing it over, taking your arm, sticking it through the triangle, other arm all the way around, and we're getting ready to pull our legs into our chest. All right? Breathe. Take your time. Inhale. Exhale and pull. Oh man. Whew. Feel that stretch building. Ah. Again, inhale. Exhale. Pull. Whew. Again, inhale. Exhale and pull. Pull that leg into your chest, and we're ready to begin. 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Keep breathing. If your knees are getting a little achy, cup that knee directly. Give it some support. Pull that leg in. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax everything. Let your legs flop. Let your arms flop to the ground. Ugh. Let your knees fall to one side. Get a little bit of a stretch in your low back. Fall the other way. And that is our very eventful fourth stretch. We have a total of 5 stretches. We're about to move on to our fifth and final stretch. If you are new, you should know that we're doing some side splits. And we do them 3 times. Every other stretch that we've done so far has been one round of maybe getting a little bit deeper, and then we hold it for 30 seconds, right? This time, we're going to go a little deeper, we're going to get a little bit deeper, and then we're going to hold it for 30 seconds like 3 times. Don't worry though, that is the point of our show. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering that we do every day a little bit more fun so that it's easier to practice consistency. All right. And I think now that you know what the show's about, I have to tell you, follow, subscribe, keep coming back. We're live every day at 9 p.m. All right. Okay. Let's get into some side splits. I want you to do 2 things before we begin. 1, I want you to go grab something to support your hands. All right. At some point, we'll get into a position that looks a little bit like this. Your legs are going to be wide. You're going to put your hands on something. I have a little folding stool. It's $12 off Amazon, I think, when I bought it. I don't know what it's like now because inflation, but it was $12 on Amazon. If you have some yoga blocks, some extra thick yoga blocks, that can absolutely work as well. All right. If you do some calisthenics, you got some cool toys, you got some push-up bars because you do something fun with them, or handstands, or hand balancing stuff. I have some mini parallettes, and they absolutely also work. All right. If you have a small chair that is designed for children, for kids, feel free to steal one of those from them, get them off the bed or whatever, and you can use those. If you have none of those things, a coffee table will work just fine. If you have a regular wooden chair, you can rest your elbows on it. If it feels a little too high, you can put your hands on it if you need all of the support. All right. Now that we have covered all the things we could use, forget about it, push it off to the side, and we're going to start doing our actual stretches. All right. First thing we're going to do is put our butt up against the wall. All right. So your butt is touching. We're going to take half a step, a little baby step in front, not crazy step, a little baby step. We're going to start opening up our legs. All right. This part doesn't have to be crazy. If you feel pinching in your hips, you can stop. You can bring your legs together just a little bit, and we're ready to fold. I want you to bring your belly button down to the ground. Whee! Ugh. As soon as you get stuck, see if you can palm the ground. If you're able to really comfortably palm the ground, you might not need hand support. You might be able to pull off the whole thing without it. But for most people, you'll probably enjoy having a little bit of hand support. All right? So, hands on your hand support. Open up your legs a little bit wider. When your hands are on your hand support, it takes some of your body weight off your legs, so it's easier to move around. From here, once you're in a comfortable-ish position, I want you to rotate your legs so that your thigh bones are rotated and your knees are pointing up and your toes are pointing out. We're rotating them backwards 90 degrees. The reason why we do this is because you have this lumpy part in your thigh bone that will smash into your hip bone if you just try to extend out to the side, for like 99% of people. And when you rotate your leg this way, the lumpy part doesn't smash into your hip bone. It kind of just goes just past it. And that's what we want. We want to just past the smashiness, because that's going to hurt. All right? So what we're doing, heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. And we gotta do both sides. Boom. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. If you're new to this, please be using your hand support when you make those changes. I try to stand so you can see what's actually happening with my legs, especially the first time I explain it. But you should be in a position that looks a little bit like this. All right? Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Your butt, I want you to rest it against the wall for a little bit of support. All right? Your hands, I want on the hand support, and I want you to slowly see if you can pull everything closer and closer and closer and closer to the wall as you also bring your legs a little bit wider. As soon as you get stuck, you can stop. All right? You don't have to keep pushing harder. You don't have to keep trying to get deeper. Only continue if you want to. All right? From here, I want you to wiggle again. I want you to find another nice spot for your butt to rest against the wall. Find a nice comfortable spot for your arms to be supporting some of your weight directly underneath you. I want you to find a spot where you don't feel like you're about to fall forward. You don't feel like you're about to fall backwards, that you feel like you're in control. The reason why we care about control is because if you feel like you're going to fall, your body's going to be tense. It's going to be really scared. It's going to be trying to hold you stable. And the more tense you are, the harder it's going to be to relax. All right? Because those are the exact opposite of each other. So find that comfortable position, and we're basically done with our setup. All right, inhale, big breath in. Exhale, relax. See if you can magically sink just a little bit deeper. One more, inhale. Relax. Sink a little bit deeper if you can. And let's try one more. Why not? Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little bit deeper. Whew. These are all optional at this point, all right? If you want to try to go a little bit deeper, see if you can do a little wiggle to the right, a little wiggle to the left, push each leg out just a little tiny bit more, and we are in position, all right? I'm getting rid of the stool so you can see the position my body is in more clearly. You can keep on using the stool or hand support. Right now, our toes are pointing up, our knees are pointing up, and the top of our head is basically kind of pointing up, all right? What I want you to do is just hang out here for 30 seconds. That's it, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 20, 19. If you want, add a little bit of a wiggle. See if you can get just a little bit deeper. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Walk your hands forward just a little bit. Take some pressure off your legs. Bring your legs in underneath you. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. Move slowly. You don't have to rush this. And bring your legs in underneath you. Whew, that is our first side split. Whew! Now that you're out of that position, you can grunt, groan, make as many noises as you want. You won't lose your balance, and everything's cool. All right. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna try and reduce some of the tension in our hips, in our legs that we just put into them because we're doing crazy moves. All right. I want you to slowly come back up into standing. And I want you to slowly shake out your legs. Take a look at this ankle or any ankle, one of your ankles, and I want you to give it a slow, nice, gentle shake. The reason why we're shaking them out is because I don't want you to be using your muscles to go left, right, up, down. I didn't go left first. I went right first. But I don't know how this is mirrored, so it might look like I did the right thing, but I did the wrong thing in real life. All right. I don't want you to use your muscles to move that ankle. I want you to shake the leg out so it's flopping around, going all over the place, going a little bit crazy. And when we're doing this, the muscles that would stop you from doing this have to be relaxed, all right? If they're relaxed, they let you go to those places. If they're tense, they're not going to let you go to those places. So the more you can flop that ankle around, the more relaxed the muscles that would be able to stop you are. That sentence is really confusing. I have not said it that way before, but as I'm saying it, I'm just going to not do that again. Next, we're going to move on to the other leg. Shake out the ankles. Flop, 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 flop. Go forward, go back, go side to side. Pick a couple other angles. Keep on flopping that ankle around. You don't have to go super fast right away. You can take your time, experiment, find something that's comfortable for you. And if it's comfortable, you can take it up to the next level, right? A little harder, a little harder, a little harder. Keep going, going, going. And then after, at some point, you can go as crazy as you want. All right? Just make sure it's not putting pain, it's not putting discomfort into your joints. Your knee joint might feel a lot of tension if you start swinging your leg back to back, like from side to side. All right? So just be careful of that. Whew, hopefully your legs are a little bit more relaxed. Take a couple of steps, do a little shimmy, do a little shake, do a little walking, do a little dancing, and hopefully your legs are feeling a lot better compared to when you first stood up and you're like, ugh, after the first side split. We're going to move on to our hips. I want you to put all your weight into one leg, and I want you to put your big toe down over here. I want you to really focus on pointing this knee that way, straight that way, as far that way as possible. I want you to use your butt muscles. I want you to go, pa, and open up that leg directly that way. Cool? And then I want you to do the opposite. I want you to bring that knee in so that the knees are almost touching. Pull, 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 pull. You almost feel a stretch here on the outside of the hip. You'll feel some contraction on the inside of the thigh, and I want you to really work on those motions, work on those muscles, get strong, build some control. This is called internal and external rotation, and is really good for you to be able to do a lot of these because it's good for you. Can I think of a reason right now? No, I can't. But later when we do Q&A, I'll be able to think of something, I'm sure. All right, we're going to do the other side. All your weight on one leg, big toe is down. We're rotating the leg in, rotating the leg out, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out. If you're new to the show, if you're new to this movement, take your time. Really focus on building strength. Working your way to the maximum distance, to the right, maximum inward, maximum out, max in, out, in, out. And as you get stronger, as you get more comfortable with it, as you get more familiar with the movement, you can pick up the pace. You can pick up the tempo. You can shake a little bit faster, and we should be good. Shake out your legs one last time. Flop the ankles around. We're ready to get into side split number 2. I want you to get your butt up to the wall. Take half a step forward. And then I want you to slowly open up those legs. Make sure your hips don't hurt, right? Remember the pinching thing, the thigh bone smashing into your hip bone. We don't want that. And then if you are feeling it, bring your legs in just a little bit, right? Belly button down. Whee! Palm the ground. Grab your hand support if you want it. And let's get a little deeper. Whew. Let's get ready to rotate the legs backwards so that the lumpy part don't smash into your hips. Cool? Let's go. Boom. Heels down, toes up, knees up. Other side. Boom. Heels down, toes up, knees up. Wherever you are right now, as long as your legs are rotated, you are in your side split. You might be really high, but you are in your side split. Put your hands on your hand support, rest your butt against the wall, pull everything really, 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 really close to the wall if you can, and find a nice, comfortable, controlled position to rest in, to feel control in, and breathe. Inhale, exhale, sink a little deeper. Again, inhale, exhale, sink a little deeper. Keep going, inhale, exhale, sink a little bit deeper. These are all optional. And also adjust your position. Make sure you're finding a comfortable spot. Make sure you don't feel like you're about to fall over. And once you're there, lean to the right, lean to the left, oof, lean to the right, oof, lean to the left. Ugh. Once you're as deep as you can get rid of the stool. You can hold on to the stool wherever you feel like. I want you to try your best to walk your hands slightly in front of you so that it looks like you're about to do a push-up, all right? I want your wrists underneath your shoulders, and I want you to get into a position where your knees, instead of pointing straight up like they were before, are pointing up at like a 45-ish, 60-degree-ish angle. The reason why we're doing this is because it's going to focus the stretch a little bit more on the inner thighs, and that's what we want. 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 28, 27. If this stretch doesn't feel intense enough for you, bend your elbows. Bend those arms. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Walk your hands forward just a little bit. Oof. Pull your legs in underneath you. Oof. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. Take your time. Woo-hoo. Ah. All right. Find a relaxing position for a couple seconds. Catch your breath. And when you're ready, we're going to come up, shake out our ankles, shake out our hips, and get back into side split number 3. All right? Come on up. Let's go. Boom. And boom. Whew. Back into standing. Let's go. Shake, 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 shake. Shakety, shake, shake, shake. Shake some more. Shakety, shake, 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 shake. Now that we have already explained everything in detail once, we're going to just speed through the floppy stuff. All right, ankles are relaxed. Do the other side. Start nice and slow. Build up the tension. Not build up the tension. Keep on relaxing. Build up the speed. Build up the intensity as you find it's comfortable. Right. You don't have to go 0 to 100 all at once, but if you can go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way up to wherever you're feeling like, oh, that's a little too much floppy roundy stuff, that will work. That's plenty. Take a couple of steps, do a little knee bend, make sure your legs are feeling a little bit better, and it's time to move on into our hips. All your weight is in one leg, big toe is down, knee is bent. We're rotating in and out and in and out. I always get the directions wrong. In and out and 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 in and out. If you're new to the show, remember we're working on maximum range of motion. We're really on strengthening the muscles. As you get more comfortable, as you get more fast, as you get more familiar with the movement, you can just pick up the pace. You start turning to dance movement and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. All your weight in one leg, big toe is down, in, out, 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 in, out. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. All right, shake out your legs. Shake them out. Shake, 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 shake. Relax, 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 relax. And let's get into side split number 3. Let's wrap things up. Let's go. Butt up against the wall. Half a step forward. Open up those legs. Chill, breathe, and let's fold belly button down to the ground. Palm the floor if you can. Use some hand support if you want to. Open up the legs, and let's prepare to rotate. All right, rotating the legs backwards 90 degrees. Boom, heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Boom, heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Put your hands on your hand support, butt against the wall. Let your butt slowly slide down that wall as you pull the stool. Pull your hand support closer to your groin. All right, get as compact, get as close to the wall as you can, and make sure you're feeling balanced. You're feeling like you're in control, feeling comfortable. And let's breathe. Inhale, exhale, and sink a little deeper. Whew. That's one. We're gonna do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, sink a little deeper. One more. Inhale, exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Try and see if you can get a little bit deeper with a little wiggle to the side. To the right, ooh. To the left, ah. Little right, ooh. Little ah. And as soon as you feel like you can't go any deeper, we're ready to hit side split number 3. You have options. You can do the version that we started with, where our knees, our toes are pointing straight up, the top of our head is pointing straight up, and we're chilling here for 30 seconds. You can do the second version, where we walk our hands forward a little bit. Our knees are pointing at a 45-degree angle, feeling it in the inner thighs. Whichever one you want to do is up to you. Go ahead and get into position. 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, put your hands down. Oh, I lost an earbud. Sorry for the horrible noise I'm sure that sounds like. Oh, bring your legs in underneath you. Whew. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. Breathe, catch your breath, chill. And whew, that was our third and final side split. We've done all the hard stuff. All we got left is some shaky, relaxy stuff, some joint checks, and we'll be done. All right? Take your time. Come on up into standing. Shake out your ankles. Shake, 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 shake. Shakety, shake, 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 shake some more. Relax the leg muscles. Flop around. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Remember, the goal is relaxation. Is letting the muscles chill out so they don't stop you from doing all the cool things you want to do. All right? Shake out the other ankle. Shake, 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 shake. Start nice and gentle. Pick up the intensity as you go. Flick a little harder. And take a couple of knee bends. Do a little jig. And I don't know what I'm doing. I thought this would be funnier. I'm just going to stop now. All right. We're going to move on to our hips. All your weight is in one leg. Big toe is down. We're going to rotate the knee in, out, in, out. Really focus on that range of motion if you're first starting out. If you're getting more familiar with the movement, you're having more fun with it, turn it into something more fun. That's cool. All right. All your weight is one leg. Big toe is down. Other side. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and go have fun with it. When I say go have fun with it, I mean you can start doing whatever you want. All right. As long as it's relatively related to these muscles, these motions, it's all good. One of the ones I usually demonstrate is doing some stanky leg. All right. If you don't know what that looks like, it's kind of like this. You lift that, you stick that leg out there, you go boom, and you pull it in. Then you can just go boom and pull it in, and boom, pull it in, and boom, pull it in. Have some fun with the mobility that you're building. It will be much, 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 much easier to keep the mobility that you have, that you are building, if you actually use it for stuff. And if you're having fun with it when you're using it, it's going to be much easier to keep it, and it's going to be much easier to help you keep moving good for a long time to come. So have some fun with it. All right. Where am I going after this? It's time for some joint checks. We're ready to wrap up. Let's slowly work our way through our hips. I want you to stick that hip way out that way. Oh, yeah. Feel those muscles. Oh, ho, ho, that got really, really, really beat up today. Oh, ha, ha. Come on all the way around. Ah, breathe. Chill. Oh, scoot your butt in. Feel the pressure here in the front, oh, in the side, in the back, in your glute. Come on all the way through. Take it as slow as you can. Go as deep as you can. Feel those muscles getting all stretched out. And if anything feels crazy, give it some extra time. Give it some extra love. And oh, ho, right here. Interesting. In the front left side of my hip is feeling a little extra tight today. That's not very normal. So I'm going to spend some extra time here. Whew. All right, other side. If you've gone and done a couple of loops already, and you're just like, "Hey, I'm having fun. Why are you taking so long?" Good for you, I guess. All right, we're gonna move on to some high knee, high knee, and you only have to do two. As long as your knee's coming up, it's fine. We're gonna move on into our last thing. We're doing some calf raises from a squatting position. I want you to keep your feet about hips width apart, and I want you to squat on down. All right. If you can get into a position that kind of looks a little bit like this, our anatomies might not be the same, so your position might look a little different from mine. But what I want you to feel is like your whole body is kind of leaning forward, like you're almost about to tip over, but you're not quite there. You're just feeling you're tipping that way. All right. When you're here, I want you to point your knees forward as much as you can and try to really emphasize that tipping over motion. All right. When it feels like you're about to tip over, your toes should kick in. They should grip into the floor. The arch of your foot should get really, really tense to hold your whole foot stable to keep you, not tipping over. And that's what we want. From here, I want you to stick your hands down on the ground. I want you to do some calf raises. Lift those heels up all the way as high as you can. Come on down, nice and slow. Up again. Come on down. Up again. Come on down. Keep on trying to lean forward. All right. Don't give up after the first rep or the second rep or the third or the fourth. Keep on leaning. And once you've done enough, you're tired, we are ready to move on. What we just did was what I call a joint check. We basically forced our toes to grip into the floor. We forced the arch of our foot to really kick in, all the little itty bitty muscles in our feet to work really hard. We had a crazy stretch in our Achilles tendon in our calves because our knees were going past our toes. And then we did calf raises. So our calves got real strong right there. Our quads were probably complaining the whole time. Our low back, because we were at this angle, was probably also supporting our whole entire weight, also complaining. We also had our hips, our knees, our ankles all move really well because we were doing squatting, calf raise things. And chances are that means all those muscles, all those joints, all those tendons were working really well together. And unfortunately, that means you're probably good to go back to doing whatever else you have to do for the rest of the day. You got no more excuses because I know you can move well. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, practicing consistency, working on your side splits. And I hope you had fun because it's not easy to practice consistency. It's not easy to show up. And I'm proud of you for doing it. All right. We are, what time is it? 65 minutes into the live, an hour and 5 minutes. It's a lot of time. I hope you enjoyed the live. I hope you come back soon because we do this live every single day starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, which means an hour and 5 minutes ago, or at this point, an hour and 6 minutes ago, is when we started. If you like side splits, if you like hip mobility, if you like the idea of somebody practicing consistency with you, or somebody's, because we got a ton of people on TikTok right now. There's 106 people currently live. Feel free to come back, hang out, set a calendar invite, set some alarms, set some reminders, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. I make some other content, by the way. It's not just side splits. Most of my content is actually around adding a little bit of fitness into your life so that it feels like a normal thing that you do. You're just like one of those weirdos that does a little bit of fitness stuff all the time, right? If you got 2 minutes, you're waiting for your microwave to finish heating up your lunch, if you're waiting for your coffee to come out the machine, if you're waiting for your pasta to boil, those are little pockets of time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, where you can get a great mini workout. And those mini workouts add up throughout the day. All right. If you were going to doom scroll anyway, I hope you'll hit follow, you'll hit subscribe, you'll doom scroll right into my content to remind you to do a little bit of exercise while you're waiting for your coffee to boil, or coffee to finish, and we get a little bit of exercise in that way, right? If there's one exercise that I think would be super powerful for you to do, it'd probably be the Cossack switch. We did a little bit of this in the warm up. If you weren't here, it looks like this. We're dropping into a deep squat on one side, we're dropping into a side split on the other side, basically, and we're scooting all the way over. You're working on your balance, you're working on your ankles, you're working on your knees, you're working on your hips, you're working on all these little tiny muscles all throughout the legs, and it all happens in like one basic movement. So if you could do 2 minutes of those nonstop, it'd be crazy. All right. So don't sleep on those 2 minutes. They're very valuable. And your joints will super appreciate you for them because your joints don't get blood. All right. The only way your joints get nutrients, the only way they clear waste is through movement at that joint. So use your body, have fun with it, do a little dance, whatever mobility you're building with whatever exercise, whatever stretches that you're doing, make sure you have another reason other than doing the stretching for using that mobility, right? If you need to go take some dance classes, go find some dance classes. If you're gonna, I don't know, pick up another sport where you do kind of crazy things, go do that. Have fun with your body, and that will help it stay nice and mobile. Cool. All right, that's the rant. Ugh. Oh wait, actually no. There's one last thing. I make YouTube videos, and most recently posted a video about a sumo wrestling experience in Japan. I think this posted, I don't know, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, maybe. I would love if you checked out that video. The YouTube channel is called Splits on the Side, just like it is on Instagram. So youtube.com/@ splits on the side. And it's like a 3.5 minute video. I'd love it if you checked it out. I'd love it if you let me know if you want to see more content like that, because then I'll go spend my money going to go do cool things and trying to film stuff. That sounds fun. Expensive, but fun. Let me know. All right. I'm gonna scroll. I'm gonna look at the comments. I'm gonna look at the chat and see what's going on. I'm gonna check out YouTube first because usually there's a little bit less on YouTube, and then I'll come on over back to TikTok. Sumo wrestling? Yes, yes indeed. Queen R says happy Friday. It's Friday. Oh, crazy. Okay. Ooh, because it's Friday, I gotta pause on the comments. We do bonus lives on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Monday through Sunday, we have the 9 p.m. live, this live, every single day of the week, doing some side splits. On Saturday and Sunday mornings, we have some bonus lives. Pretty much all of them have been side splits as well, except for last weekend. We did some back stuff to help a little bit with maybe with your posture, maybe a little bit with just anti-slouching, our normal everyday positions. Please come back, check that out tomorrow morning. If you want to start your day with a little bit of exercise, it is at 9 a.m. Eastern. So if you're looking at what that means for you from right now, it is currently 10:10. So 9 a.m. Eastern would mean 10 hours and 50 minutes from now. I have another live exactly here on this account. Come back. Cool? All right. Salih says, hello. You look beautiful today. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. ABCDFG says, hi, Ken. Welcome back. Keisha is back saying, good evening, Splits crew. Queen RR says, good evening. And Keisha says, you got pretty deep in your pancake today. I did. I took your advice. I took that little tiny 5-pound dumbbell and I rocked with it for as long as I could hold it. I could not hold it for that much longer. And it worked. It was like magic. We got a little deeper. ABCDFG says, started early. Thanks, Ken. Okay, awesome. Whee! Into the side split, of course, of course, of course. Keisha says, I tried to hold myself in a split for a second round and failed after 15 seconds. I can't hold myself up yet due to my injured neck and shoulder, but I got deeper in my split with the split machine. Oh, amazing. Very cool. Keisha bought a split machine, and I asked her to keep me posted on how that is going for her. And we know now that she's getting deeper into her side split. So I will continue to want updates. Pick up martial arts, everyone. I told everyone to do something really cool, fun, enjoyable, so that you can use the mobility that you have built up, that you're training a little bit every day here on the live. And Keisha recommends Taekwondo. Well, she says martial arts, but she does Taekwondo, so I think she recommends Taekwondo, and it's just being nice. And Keisha says, I want to see you try Taekwondo. I love this movie. Amazing. Yes. Okay, cool. Thank you, Keisha. All right, I'm gonna take a look at TikTok and see what else we got going on. We got some love for sumo wrestling from N Mafoso. Welcome, welcome. And Jay's Hardware Incorporated Limited says, "Hi Ken. For beginners, which move to start first? Um, it depends what your goals are. If you have something that you feel a little bit uncomfortable about with your body, right? Like if you have some low back discomfort, you have a little bit of knee discomfort, it might make a lot of sense for you to start right away with addressing those things. Because you might notice really quickly, short term, that there's improvements, or the contrast could happen. You could do something silly and you can injure it a little bit more. But for the most part, most joint related discomfort can be improved by strengthening the joints, strengthening the muscles around the joints, and getting better at the movement that you want the joints to do. So that might be a super worthwhile way to start. If you want to start in the more like stretchy type of stuff, I actually would recommend you start with a little bit of strength first. Um, and and if you're a brand new beginner, I recommend that you not invest a whole bunch of money into a bunch of things, because it tends to be the case that you might not be using that for very long. So stick with your basics, stick with body weight exercises. If you can, try to start with, I don't know how many exercises would be. I'm gonna just say there's like 5 to 8 basic exercises, right? If you can start with push-ups, that would be great. If you can do squats, that would be amazing. If you can do pull-ups, that would be amazing. If you can do rows, so this motion in do I have anything to demonstrate rows with? No, I don't. If you were laying down on the ground like this, and then you pulled yourself up this way by bringing your elbows back behind you, or you did the opposite, you brought your elbows down to the ground, those would be examples of the two main pulling exercises. Do. If you did some core work, core work is complicated because most of the time we focus on the abs, but the core is actually really complex and there's a whole bunch of muscles all over the back. Core work could look like hollow body holds. Most people are going to do things like crunches, right? But you could work on hollow body holds, which is keeping this whole entire set of muscles really stable. You can work on planks, side planks, get the sides of your body nice and strong. You can uh, start there. Just with those exercises, you can get a lot stronger. And there are lots of different ways to start, right? Like the version that I showed you just now might not be how you start. If you want to, if you're truly a beginner and you're not strong enough for regular push-ups, for example, uh, what is another way we can do push-ups? If you elevate your hands a little bit, don't do it this way. I'm just demonstrating that you're elevating your hands. If your hands are a little bit higher up off the ground, is going to make it so there's less of your body weight being pushed up by your arms, right? And the inverse is true. If you do the opposite, what's the opposite that I'm going to do? If you elevate your legs, you're going to have more of your body weight in your arms or pushing into your arms. That's going to make it harder, right? So some combination of those two variables can make a push-up harder or easier for you to do. Same for squats. If you find that squats are hard for you to do, you can find something to hold on to help you stay stable, and you can slowly pull yourself up and down so you have a little bit more control, so you can figure out how to use your muscles, right? There's lots of little ways to tweak exercises to make them more doable for you. And if you got any other specific questions, I'm happy to help. I generally recommend building a little bit of strength first, because when you can do more stuff, it's going to be much more fun to be flexible too, right? If you're super flexible but you can't do anything with it, it's going to be kind of like, oh, hey, look, if I spend a lot of time sitting in my stretch, I can do my stretch, but there's nothing else I can do with this, right? So I recommend building a little bit of strength first. Cool. And then once you have some strength and you're able to do some cool things, and you're like, you know what? I would love to be able to do a crazy side split. That is when you start doing an adding side split training, right? If just like I said earlier, if you have an injury, you're feeling like you can't move in a certain specific way, you can definitely combine both things together, right? Training some strength in the weakened areas is still strength training. Cool. All right. Let's scroll. Let's continue. What else we got? Chevelle says, thank you, Ken. That was good. Good night. Universal Properties 13 LLC says, thank you, Ken. You're welcome. I want to know what this account is about. What else we got? What else we got? Rena is asking about the live. Yep, we got the 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. lives on Saturday and Sundays. Tomorrow's in the morning. That is correct. True Blue says, thanks, Ken. See y'all tomorrow night. Amazing. And Universal Property says, Ken, ouch. Oh, no. I hope you didn't hurt yourself. I hope it wasn't my fault. Che is telling guest Chloe, I answer questions at the end. I am in my 30s. What else we got? What else we got? I'm looking for questions, comments, things that I can help with, and then we'll wrap up the show. Rena says, oopsie. I don't know what you did wrong, but it's okay. Oh, what did I do? I knocked over a bottle of water. That's probably what it was. Yep. Oopsie. Oh, Josh says, absolutely. I'm an industrial mechanic, so I climb ladders in a huge processing plant all day. Very cool. And he's responding to Anne. So what did Anne say? I'm looking. Anne says at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, there we go. Anne says, sure does help prevent injuries at work, I think, with the running and bending and reaching. Oh, wait, what? What are we talking about? Hold on. I need to scroll really far back to see where this conversation started so I can read it in proper order. Josh says, hey, Ken, how's your week been? I've been steady at following your routine for 90 days straight now. Congratulations, Josh. That's amazing. I've seen you commenting on the videos, I think. So thank you so much for, letting me know that you've been around and popping back in to let me know that you hit 90 days. Congratulations. That's a super, super long time. It's incredibly consistent. I'm so proud of you. Josh says, although I can't always make the lives, which is totally okay. The lives are here to support people because we show up at the same time, hoping you will set some time aside to show up at the same time too. If you can't make it, you can't make it. That's just the reality. So I totally get it. But that's incredible. Thank you for letting me know. It feels really good to know other people are sticking it and doing that consistency thing. And says that is really good. Exactly. Travel Darcy says that's amazing. Oh, everybody's excited for it. It's amazing. So cute. Anne says I've been going to yoga class 3 times a week, plus doing this at least a couple times each week. Really super helpful. Amazing. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. All right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. We got a question. What does this help with? There's a couple of main things that this helps with. Hip mobility is the main thing. This live in general. We're doing movements that kind of look like this. We're lifting knees up, opening up the hips, rotating, trying to get through as much range of motion as possible, building up strength in those ranges of motion so that you have some control, you have some ability to use that range. What does that immediately become useful for? I said I would come up with some good ideas later, but here is an example. One of the stretches that we do is the butterfly stretch, right? Like we're trying to bring our knees down to the ground, open up some more space in our groin to get a little bit more flexible. What was this position good for? Well, this helps you move a lot better on the ground. All right. you can get a lot more comfortable in positions where your legs have to be really wide. And if you need to crawl real low to find something on the ground, makes your hips much more capable of doing all those motions. If you build strength from these positions, you can find really cool ways to get off the ground. I don't know if this is immediately useful for anyone, but you can use those positions, the comfort that you find in those positions, to build strength. You can get up off the ground without using your hands. You can find cool ways to keep yourself feeling good, feeling safe. If you get injured at some point in your life, you break an arm, you've fallen somehow, and you're like, wow, I really need to get to my cell phone if it's somehow not in your pocket. This story would have made more sense 20 years ago before cell phones were everywhere. But if you needed to get somewhere and you couldn't use one of your arms, would you be able to get off the ground? Would you be able to get help? Would you be able to do something with it? If you can get really comfortable with your hips and be strong in a lot of positions, you'll be able to do a lot of stuff with that. If you have a pet that you love, a little tiny doggo, and you want to be able to hang out with the doggo on the floor, play games without feeling like your back is going to explode, might be helpful to have your hips be able to fold, to be able to bend, have your back, your shoulders be able to move so that you can actually interact with your pet. Maybe your grandkids, maybe your nieces, your nephews, and smallish people in general, right? Um, yeah, hope that helps. All right, it's Friday night. I'm gonna go hang out with people real soon. If there is nothing else in the chat to address, we got somebody who's excited to tell me that they're from Turkey. Welcome, welcome. And what else we got? What else we got? I'm gonna scroll all the way to the bottom and see what is left. Jay's Hardware says, "Thank you. I will try." Amazing. Let me know what you try, and we can maybe talk about, or I can at least point you to other resources for some exercises that you can keep working on. Cool. All right. What else we got? What else we got? That's it. That's everything. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, practicing consistency, working on your side splits, working on your hip mobility. We all wrapped up for today. I hope you had fun. I hope you've cooled off a little bit. I hope you're staying okay in this crazy heat. I don't know where you guys are in the world, but it's been really hot for me. Wearing a tank top for the first time on this live, I think. Usually I got my polyester Uniqlo ultra thin shirts, but I've run out of all the laundry. So now I'm going sleeveless. All right. We got another live tomorrow at 9 a.m. in 10.5 hours ish. Feel free to come back to that. I think we'll probably be doing more back related things, maybe to help a little bit with posture, strengthen some of these back muscles, and we'll work on a couple of new exercises compared to last week. One of them is called the wall angels, and I guess I'll show you from the side what it looks like. We're gonna have our backs up against the wall. We're going to try and stay nice and straight. We're going to try and bring our elbows to the wall. We're going to try and bring our wrists to the wall. And we're going to try and practice this type of motion so we get some of these crazy tight muscles in our upper back a little bit more activated, let's say, and hopefully counteract some of the slouching, some of the bad posture that we get from sitting at a computer, being in front of a desk, slouching all day. All right. The morning live is going to start at 9 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Eastern time. It's about 10.5 hours from right now. All right. I hope I see you guys soon. Yeah, posture, back strengthening. That's tomorrow. Cool. All right. I'm wrapping up. Ugh. Thank you so much for coming in one last time. I'll see you all soon. Hit follow, hit subscribe. We do this every day at 9 p.m. Side splits and hip mobility. Cool? Cool. Bye. Closing out. Ending now.